right, guys, here we are, Josh and Jill. Rangerstop, day 3, final day. We slept in. Yeah, we accidentally slept in a little bit, but we don't have anything to do really except walk around and just have fun, so. Yesterday was the big gauntlet day. We got everything done. Day 1 was a very productive day for us. The VIP party was fun, but it ran a little late. There's Catherine, absolutely amazing. She was part of the hosts. All right, we had a little crazy thing yesterday, remember? I left my action figure at Aaron Cahill's booth. They did a post on Rangerstop's Facebook about it and everything. But luckily, I was able to get it. Just in time, too, because she was leaving at the end of the day. So if she left, we would have been screwed. Look at all these toys, man. Jamie would have a field day going through those bins. Ancient Vaults booth, very cool. The people who made the power coin. Absolutely awesome. I'm waiting on you. You lead the way, sweetie. Let's go check out the artist store, maybe.
All the accessories, this whole stand is solid. It's not hollow, it's not some sort of little, lightweight casting. That thing is a beast. It's about $150 just for the resin in the base.
It looks amazing.
Why, thank you.
It does.
Thank you, appreciate it.
You got any more questions? Hit our QR code over it. Straight to the website. Thanks. And if you sign up for it, we're all good deal.
Ready whenever you are.
Hi, I'm Jill with Josh's Collections. I'm here at Rangerstop Day 3 with Brad Hawkins. Thank you very much for talking with me today. So what was it like joining just such an iconic thing like Power Rangers? Were you aware of the show before you joined?
A little bit. Like once the audition, I was in LA. I just got in LA. I was about 17 years old, like right out of high school.
Oh, wow.
Sleeping on a buddy's floor, like auditioning like all the other actors trying to make it. And they called me and they were like, hey, there's this audition for that show. I don't know if because I was older, so I wasn't watching Power Rangers, but when they told me about it, I did a lot of research and found out what it was about. Obviously, at that point, it was the biggest show in the world. And I just had to do some homework on what exactly they were looking for. And I auditioned for the White Ranger. That's the role that I ended up getting. So little tidbit, backstory there. But I booked the White Ranger and I thought I was going to be on the show. And in the 2 months of pre-production leading up to that first episode, they were already talking to Jason David Frank about VR Troopers. He became so popular, they couldn't lose him from the franchise, so they kept him, and he became the White Ranger, and they offered me VR Troopers as a consolation prize.
And so you were kind of one of the few that was just strictly voice acting. What was that like? Was it an advantage or a disadvantage?
When I did the voice for the Gold Ranger Zeo, that was kind of my voice debut. I was already on VR Troopers, so we were doing a ton of ADR, like voiceover inside the studio. And they just asked me to come over and kind of lend my voice for the Gold Ranger because they didn't have the actor yet figured out. And so I was like, sure. And they were like, nobody's going to know it's your voice. And I'm like, everybody knew it was my voice. So as soon as that debut episode came out, they were like, ooh, is Brad going to leave VR Troopers and go over and be Gold Ranger Zeo? So it caused a little stir with the fans.
And you've done a lot of voiceover work. What would you say is your favorite show you've done voice work for?
I honestly, my favorite, well, I don't know, man, Goblin Slayer, he's just such a boss, I like it. He's not very animated, but I love his fight sequences. But Goblin Slayer on the fight sequences, I just love that character. Tiki Meek from D. Grayman, that was one of those, we did over 100 and probably 20 or 30 episodes with D. Grayman. And but ultimately Diamante on One Piece, he's just so flamboyant and so big and just I can do whatever I want to that character's voice, and it's encouraged.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
One last thing I want to ask: you're considered by a whole generation to be a hero. Who are some of your heroes that you would love to meet?
Oh man, wow, that's a trick. Because my heroes are people that are very close to me in my personal life. You know, my mentors and people that got me in this business and have kind of kept my head up, you know, through the all. Because that hasn't been easy. I mean, this is a tough business.
Oh yeah,
tough business. But I mean, my heroes are just people that, truthfully, I have heroes on screen, but those are fictional. You know, real heroes are policemen and firemen and people that are doing their job right now to keep us safe. That's really what I look up to.
That's a really nice thing to say. Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you.
And I hope you had a great time.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
3, 2, 1.
Everyone's winding down. That is a sick jacket. Every time I see it, man, you're a legend. We're winding down. We got some more 8x10s to give away. Jill did another interview. She interviewed the one and only Brad Hawkins, the voice of the Gold Zeo and the Goblin Slayer. It was a fantastic interview. You've only done 2, but I would say it's your best yet. So I think you're just progressively getting better.
I'm trying.
Here, let me get this guy's pin.
I make sure to let them know I'm no professional.
That's absolutely sick. I can't even. But we got a few more of these to give away, which is pretty cool. And we might try to ask a few people for an interview. We asked Dwayne Cameron, but he couldn't for legal reasons. He's no longer allowed to do interviews. I respect that. But we did talk to him a lot about his new movie, Juno, which is going to be coming June. Juno, because I'm thinking of that one movie. But it's going to be streaming soon. It won like hundreds of awards. I know. That's the man right there. If I could find someone right now who needs one, that would be awesome. Free, there you go, man, no problem. Gotta protect your investments.
Should have been here Friday.
I was here Friday, but there was a lot of people. I could barely get in Friday. I love these Imagine X figures. I love those. I actually got this one signed by Steve Cardenas today. I wish they would have kept going with them. I would have loved to have seen what they would do with the later sets, like Zeo and Turbo. Oh, wow.
Hi, I'm Jill. I'm here with Josh's Collections. I'm here with David Fielding. He's Zordon, as y'all all know him. So I hope you're having a good con. And
that was a great con.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what was it like joining an iconic show like Power Rangers? Were you aware of that before you joined?
Well, I mean, the Sentai had been happening in Japan for a long time, but the America didn't know anything about it at that time. So it was very cool to be associated with sort of like one of those shows that they bring over from Japan. I grew up watching Ultraman, Kaiju, Battle for the Planets, that kind of thing. So I was very familiar with the genre of type of show it was going to be. So I understood what it was about and thought it was very cool. Wasn't aware of how it was going to take off. When we got the job, back then there was no internet, there was no pop culture explosion. So we just looked at it like, well, this will be something that'll be on the air for about a year and then be replaced by the next thing. But that didn't happen.
Nope, 30 years later, here we are.
Yeah.
So you were more of like a voice actor than having to get in a lot of the action. Do you say that gave you like an advantage or maybe a disadvantage to get ingrained in the...
Well, I mean, it was sort of a disappointment for me because I went out to Los Angeles hoping to do more on-camera work. But I got a very hard lesson about how things were done, how things got made. But I also learned a lot about what it was like to to do voiceover work, to see what was happening behind the scenes. So it was sort of a mixed blessing in one way. But yeah.
But I think people still view, the Rangers and Zordon as heroes, like an entire generation. Who are some of like your heroes that you would love to meet?
Oh, wow. Well, I'm a huge Captain America fan. He's my favorite superhero, I guess. Karen and Austin got a chance to meet Chris Evans, and I don't like them very much because of that. But if I ever got a chance to meet Chris, it would be like, "Hello, Mr. Evans, how are you?" No, I mean, there are so many people that I look up to, but yeah, Chris would be one of those guys.
That's awesome. That's awesome. One thing I do want to ask, coming to the con, you're also a writer. Can you tell us a little bit about your book series?
Sure. I've written a series of books called the Lincoln Bright series, Glims, Gaunts, Gifts, and the last book will be entitled The Dead. It's a paranormal supernatural series about a man who can see and hear things that other people can't. And he comes across a young autistic boy named Petey Marks who has the same ability as him. So he becomes sort of his protector as he fights off a dark apocalyptic group of magicians who want to end the world. So.
Wow, that definitely sounds awesome. Well, I snapped a pic, so I'm going to be looking up that book series. And,
okay.
Like I said, again, I hope you're having a great con. You continue to have a great con, and thank you so much for talking to me today.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Right. Bye.
You have it recording?
Yes.
I went through about $100 worth of revenue.
Just to get to such a small building. That's
Is that for your thing? No, are you sure? Ready? We are winding down day 3. But one big thing that just happened is Jill just did her 3rd interview, and she interviewed, who'd you interview?
David Fielding.
David Fielding. Freaking Zordon was nice enough to sit down and let us ask him a few questions. And it went great. I think it went fantastic. I think they're...
Time the interviews out, we didn't hold up their lines.
Right?
To get in the way of their flow.
I think you're progressively getting better. I'd love to fit one more in, but it seems like a lot of people are leaving, so who knows? All right, guys, it's Josh, Jill. We are wrapping up Rangerstop Atlanta. We had an absolutely amazing time. Got so many of my signature projects completed. It's absolutely insane. Steve Cardenas had him sign close to 30 items.
Same for Barbara.
Barbara had a lot. We had a few snafus along the way where we forgot signatures and had to go back, but everyone was really understanding, really nice. I almost lost an action figure.
Yes, we left it at
that was crazy. And I think one of the best things is Jill did the very first interview for Josh's collection. She did 3 interviews today. She interviewed, who's the first one? You interviewed
first we interviewed
Michael Gatto, and then she interviewed Brad Hawkins, and then the best of all, David Fielding. How was that?
That was good. It was good. A little nervous starting out, but they were all very kind.
I think she did great. But yeah, so that's it. I hope all my videos are good. We were a little starstruck, and we didn't whip out my phone as much as I wish we would have. And with the VIP lines were really short, so I didn't have like my normal line videos. But I hope I put something together good for you guys.
We definitely got a lot of stuff at the VIP dinner.
Yes. Oh, the VIP dinner was thing. Jill made a fool of herself wrapping up with someone as a mummy, and I won a cup game. Me, right here, balloon cup, new skill. If anyone needs me, I do parties, bar mitzvahs, everything. But that's it, guys. Can't wait till next year. We're going to try to make this a yearly thing. Bye. Peace.